All right. And good morning to you. Welcome to this Wednesday live English lesson coming to you from New York City. We're going to get started with today's key lesson point in about 45 seconds. So if everyone who can hear me here, please say hello. Type something in the chat box. You can chat. If you have a question, I might be able to answer your question today too. This is live. It is December 11th. December 11th. And when I woke up this morning, there was about 2 centimeters of snow. Now go high. There was about 2 centimeters of snow on the ground, which meant there was about 2 centimeters of snow covering my car that I had to get rid of before I drove to the train station. So yeah, I've had my exercise for the day. All right. So again, my name is Michael, and this is a live English lesson. It's Wednesday, December 11th. The time is 9:15 in the morning. I do this every Wednesday morning at this time. Anjar from India. Hello, thanks for joining me here. If you do have a question, please type that in the chat box. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to answer that for you today. And it is December 11th, and what that means is that next week, next Wednesday, the 18th, is my mom's 90th birthday. That's right, my mom's 90th birthday. And what I'm going to try and do, I didn't tell her this, but I'm going to try to bring her onto the live English lesson, and so we'll do a live chat with my mom. That should be pretty interesting. If she agrees to that. Sometimes she's a little camera shy. Okay, so that's that. What's the difference between still and yet? That's a great, Andre. That's a great question. When we're done with this English lesson, you can do a search on my channel. I have a video to describe the difference between yet and still. So please check that video out. All right, today, what I wanted to talk about is some business English related idioms. I like teaching idioms because idioms make your language more colorful and more natural sounding. So let's check them out. All right, the first one is to have a lot on your plate. You have a lot on your plate. I'm going to type that in the box so you guys can follow along. I wish I was a better typer. Okay. If you go to a buffet restaurant, maybe you put a lot of food on your plate, right? Or if you come to my house, my mom is going to put a lot of food on your plate. So that's, you have to handle all that food. So the idiom, I have a lot on my plate, means that I have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of tasks that I have to do, a lot of work. So it's kind of like saying I'm very busy at work, but more than busy, I have a lot on my plate means I have a lot of responsibilities that I have to get done. So, if I don't call you back, you called me yesterday. Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate right now. Or I have a lot on my plate right now, so I have to work overtime. How about you guys? Do you have a lot on your plate? Why not leave a comment in the comment box and let us know? So the next one is kind of an old style idiom, but we still use it. Selling like hotcakes. Selling like hotcakes. A hotcake is another word for pancake. We're not getting the sound clearly. Uh-oh. Why is that? Sometimes the mixer doesn't work very well. I hope that's okay. Yoko, hi. How's the sound? Can you guys hear me okay? Somebody type something. Let me know if that's okay. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? All right. So, selling like hotcakes. I don't know why hotcakes or pancakes are very big sellers, but when a product is selling very well, we say that it sells like hotcakes or it is selling like hotcakes. So um, I was very happy to find out that my new book on Amazon is selling like hotcakes. Not actually, but if you're interested in improving your grammar, check it out. Um, I think these days, smartphones are selling like hotcakes. Everybody's got a smartphone these days. Probably you're watching this video on a smartphone. All right. The next one is to think outside the box. Think outside the box. In the office, you might tell your staff or your boss might tell you, look, we need to think outside the box to generate more business. Think outside the box means to think creatively or to do something in a creative way. And so, if you're talking about marketing, if you're in a marketing meeting or a sales meeting, your boss might say, look, let's try to think outside the box. Let's try to think outside the box. We need a good marketing campaign to sell these mice or something like that. So thinking outside of the box means to think in a creative way, right? And you can use this in your personal life too. Maybe, like for example, I mentioned before, next week is my mom's 90th birthday. And so, what can you get somebody who's 90 years old for their birthday present? I really need to think outside the box. By the way, if you're just joining, I'm going to try and bring my mom next Wednesday onto the live YouTube. So hopefully that'll work out. So that's think outside the box. All right, a couple of people joined us. Sunny from South Korea. Hello, hello. Hippolyte. Hi. Rose. Hi. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate that. If you like this live lesson, how about a thumbs up? If you have an English question, type that in the box. I'll try to answer that or help you find the answer to it. All right. So far we've looked at having a lot on your plate means you have a lot of work, you have a lot of responsibilities to take care of. Something is selling like hotcakes. It's a good seller. You need to think outside the box, means to think in a creative way. Okay. The next one is a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation. Sometimes in business, in a negotiation, there's a winner and a loser, just like in a sports game, winner and a loser. But a win-win situation is an agreement where both parties in the agreement can benefit. So if I negotiate with you and it's good for you and good for me, then it's a win-win situation. So my example here, it says this partnership will bring more publicity to their company and new customers to my company. So it's a win-win situation. If you've been following me on Instagram, you've noticed that I've done some videos with other English teachers, especially Ask Teacher Will. And so that's a win-win situation. That's good for him. That's good for me. It's good for his followers, good for my followers, and good for everybody trying to learn English. It's a win-win situation. All right. The next one is crunch the numbers. crunch the numbers. So I have here, I have a granola bar, and if you can see that there, it says crunchy. So when you eat that, the hard pieces of granola make a crunch sound in your mouth. It's the same sound as when you eat potato chips. And so crunch has the idea of taking one thing and making it into many small things. So in a similar way, crunch the numbers means the accounting. Every business has some kind of accounting. So crunch the numbers means to do a lot of calculations and then find the result. So at the end of the month, you do the calculation and you're accounting for the month and you find out your sales for the previous month. So when you do that, you crunch the numbers. And I have an example here. After crunching the numbers, the accounting department told us that we don't have enough money to buy new equipment. So we have to wait until next month. That's because we crunched the numbers. We did the accounting. All right, so that's that. Excuse me. Okay. And then the last one that I want to show you is on the back burner. On the back burner. So in your kitchen, you probably have a stove. And a typical American kitchen, the stove has 4 burners, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And if you're cooking a lot of food at once, and one of the things that you're cooking is soup, once you've prepared the soup and it just needs to cook, you're going to put that on the back burner, maybe on a little bit of a low fire. And it's not something that you have to pay attention to, or it's maybe less important right now because you're using the fry pan to cook your steak. So the soup is on the back burner. It's less important and it's getting less attention. Well, in a working situation, sometimes there's a job which is very important. You have to do this right now. And sometimes there's a job that's maybe not so important that you can take care of it later, or it doesn't need your attention now. So we could say it's on the back burner. So, maybe you have a report that you need to write, but you have to take care of your customers. Well, taking care of your customers is more important than writing that report. So writing the report is on the back burner. So it means it's less important and it's getting less attention right now. Okay, so there you have it. Those are 5 different business-related idioms. If you've joined in the middle here, in about 20 minutes, YouTube will make this live video into a video that you can watch at a later time. So please go and check that out. All right, that's all the time that we have for this live lesson. Tomorrow, which is the 12th of December, I have a brand new pronunciation video. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a pronunciation video. I've got a brand new one for you tomorrow. Please check that out. And I will see you next week at this exact same time, December 18th, for a live English lesson and a live English chat, hopefully with my mom, if she's okay to do that. So thank you guys all for joining me for today's English lesson. I really appreciate that. I appreciate your support, and you guys have a great day. Catch you later. Bye, guys.